So at this point in my program, and really since the year 2021, my dear friend Jay Walton would play "Amazing Grace" on the tuba, or he would bring a little baby tuba. I think called a sousaphone, but um, so Jay and I, we first met when I think around 2019, there was an opening on the Baltimore County School Board, and Jay and I both applied along with Lily Lee for the open position on the school board. It was an appointed position, and so Jay put his application in, and I didn't know Jay at the time. I put in my application. Lily Lee, who I did know, she served on the education council with me, the education advisory council with me. We all put in our applications. And then they were supposed to have interviews starting on that following Monday, and no email, no call. And there was a story that ran in the Gunpowder Gazette that said that conservative who applied for the Board of Education would not be getting a interview for the position, and that our applications were allegedly discarded. And I got a call from a lady named Ann Miller, who at the time was on the Board of Education, and she said, "Glenn, do you know a school teacher named Jay Walton?" She said, "He's a conservative, and he applied for the board position, and Lily Lee applied." And she said that, our names kind of came up. She said, "Did you apply?" And she says, "I checked with Jay, and he said he applied, and checked with Lily. She said she applied." And I said, "Oh, yes, I did." She said, "Did you get a call? Did you get an interview?" I said "No." She said, "Well, there's a story that says your application went in the trash." So she connected Jay and I and Lily all together. And we reached out to the governor's office. His appointment secretary at the time was Chris Cavey. We sent a joint email together saying that this wasn't right, that we should at least be interviewed for the position, and we did get our interview. And then after that, we became friends. Jay ran for the House of Delegates. I ran for the House of Delegates, so it was the start of a great friendship. And then since 2021, he came here and played the Amazing Grace for me. So in honor of Jay, who also many of you may or may not know, he also led the 40 Days for Life Lutherville. And I'm honored to have Lindsay Rupert, who's here with us today, who's kind of taken the torch and run that. And I know Jay's with us here. He's with all of us in spirit.